welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah McNeely, and before we dive into the video, just want to let you know, if you clicked on this video the day it was launched, that means you are in launch week of Vegan for Good, my digital course about how to go vegan and stay vegan. And if you enroll now before January 12th, you'll be able to take advantage of the price promotion, $100 off, just to get you motivated so you can go vegan in the new year. The Vegan for Good digital course is for people who really want to go vegan. Maybe they're struggling, maybe they've gone vegan in the past and then they stopped, and they need a little bit of a holding hand, some practical tips, and some heart tips. This is a 100% online program, self-paced. You can go as slow or as fast as you want. This is a step-by-step guide, how to do it, not why to do it, because I think you're probably already convinced. Okay, let's get into the video. Today we're talking about what my vegan baby ate today. My baby is 13 months old. Am I still allowed to call him a baby if he is walking and he's over 1? When do I have to start saying kid or toddler? I sort of say both. I am vegan and whole foods plant-based myself, and my baby eats what I eat. And my baby doesn't eat processed food because I don't eat processed food. I think a lot of times we want our children to eat healthy foods, but when we ourselves are eating things from packages and things that with long ingredient lists, then it's probably going to be a big influence on our kids. And you know, this whole experience of starting my baby on solids has been so interesting to me. I had so many questions at first. I think a lot of first-time moms do, like, especially when you are not spoon feeding and you're focusing more on baby-led weaning, it's like there's just a lot of questions. There's so many wonderful resources on YouTube, and I did turn to those in the very beginning, and now I'm just sort of following my intuition, and I find it's quite simple. Because my baby is over 1, he is eating quite a lot of solid foods now, but he's still breastfeeding, and we love breastfeeding. It's a time for snuggles, it's time to take a break, it's time to look each other in the eye, and it's time for amazing nutrition. We nurse to sleep for nap time and bedtime, and we nurse when he wakes up from nap and in the morning, and he nurses in the night a couple times, and he asks for milk throughout the day. So we're really nursing a lot still, and it's a primary source of his calories and nutrition. In addition to that, he's eating quite a lot of solid foods and loving it. He's really loving foods. He's been like packing on the pounds, actually. There's many things I love about baby-led weaning. One thing is that it's very empowering for the child because they're learning to feed themselves. They're developing a lot of fine motor skills, and you also don't have to sit there spoon feeding them, which can be sort of like distracting from your own meal. I really like to eat at the same time rather than like, okay, it's baby's turn to eat, now it's my turn to eat. We do spoon feed here and there, but most of the time he's feeding himself and he's learning how to use a spoon right now. And what I like about baby-led weaning is it's just that I follow his lead, and it's not about this goal of trying to get him off breast milk, which I think for many people, they're trying to wean their children, their babies off breast milk for, I understand, like practical reasons if you're going back to work or you want them to sleep through the night and those kinds of things. For us, we're really enjoying breastfeeding and we're gonna do it for a couple years, so there's no need to rush it. I never control his portion sizes. I never try to get him to eat more or less than he desires. We don't do like clean plate club or anything like that. And I'm also not forcing him to eat something he's not interested in. I think it's really important to remember that babies will sort of, like, just like us, we need a few times of trying something before we can love it and enjoy it on our own without being forced to eat something. For a long time, he was not into beans and he was not into broccoli, but now those are some of his favorite foods. And all it took was some like offering it to him several times, and maybe 10 times later, he's enjoying it on his own. The reality of baby-led weaning is it's extremely messy, and you know, he gets lots in his mouth. It's not like he's just throwing it all over the place for fun. He's eating a lot of it, and he's doing his best because he's learning how to feed himself. And we don't actually use bibs, mostly because I don't know why. We just don't. I normally just put like a shirt on him I don't really care about, and then take that off and clean that, which is basically a bib. So I don't know why I don't use bibs. It's just like another thing to have and another thing to buy. The main thing we're focusing on these days is offering a wide variety of plant foods so that he gets accustomed to all the different tastes and textures and gets to try all sorts of things. It's really good for his gut health and you know, his nutrition to not just eat like 3 things that he loves. Ultimately, as you'll see in the video, my baby pretty much eats what I eat, and since I'm eating whole plant foods and I'm feeding and nourishing myself in the best way that I know how, then he is also getting that nutrition. And there's not like this, no, you can't have what I'm having because it's not healthy. It's because, you know, I'm eating healthy, and so he can eat with me. And you know how kids are, kids want what you're eating. But now that my kid is eating so much more solid foods and he really loves it and he actually fills up on it, it's not just exploration anymore, he's really filling up on these foods. It's been kind of a joy actually to share all the wonderful foods that I love with him. So let's get into the video about what my vegan baby ate today. For breakfast, normally my baby and I share. We share fresh fruit or oatmeal or a smoothie. He has learned how to drink from a straw, and it's been a game changer. Today we're having fresh fruit. We're having grapefruit and oranges, and I just sort of feed him as we're cutting it up. Sometimes we get in the high chair, sometimes we don't. And I am making the oatmeal here. I always add chia seeds to my oatmeal. I think it's just a great way to get chia seeds in. I think they soak up the water really well and make it a really nice texture. And this oatmeal is sweetened with dates, and I have banana on top. And he's been learning how to use a spoon, and it's been extremely messy, but really good for him to be empowered that way and to get some practice, so I don't have to spoon feed him forever. So it's definitely a lot of work and requires a lot of patience, but it is worth it in the end. And this was his breakfast: fresh fruit and oatmeal sweetened with dates and banana. After his nap and after having some breast milk as he woke up, he wanted a snack, so I put him in the high chair and we had some persimmons. I really like to peel the skin off. I find it's a lot easier for him to eat because he's only got 7 teeth so far. I really love prepping dinner far in advance. I don't like, 4 or 5 o'clock rolling around and not having dinner made. So I like to make dinner early. I find it's really helpful when you have a little kid. Witching hour is a real thing. So around 5 o'clock, kids tend to need a little bit more attention and think they're getting a little stir crazy there. So here I am prepping dinner earlier in the day, and I'm making one of my favorite recipes from the digital course. With the digital course, there is a ebook called Staples with some really simple, basic, but delicious, easy to make vegan recipes that for me have become staples, and they could become staples for you. They're easy to memorize and so nourishing. This is the cauliflower potato curry, and my baby loves lots of flavor. I was always told babies like simple things, but I don't know, man. My baby really loves like Indian food, which is very flavorful, so it's fun to share that with him. For dinner, I normally share what we are eating alongside some finger food for him, so I'm not just spoon feeding him the whole time during the meal. So he's having a whole avocado here that I've peeled, and I cut using a crinkle cutter. It just makes it easier for him to grip with his little hands, as well as some steamed vegetables that I like to prep in advance, so I'm not just steaming veggies every single day. And he had some of the cauliflower potato curry over rice with his finger food. A lot of flavor.
Smashers, 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 smashers. Are you practicing your snaps?
Oh my god.
You practicing your snaps? Yeah, you're doing it.
Snapping. I also give him water during the day. Sometimes I'm just sharing from my cup. Sometimes I throw it in his own sippy cup. I got this really nice sippy cup from Haka. It was a little bit expensive, but it's definitely worth it because it's very durable and high quality. I could tell it's going to last us a long time, and he loves it. And yes, it does leak, but I find that all sippy cups leak, so it's just a big mess all the time. And that's it for what my baby ate today. It's such a fun journey sharing food with him and sharing fruits and vegetables and watching him explore and discover what he loves. Remember, if you want to sign up for the course and enroll now to become a student and join the other students going vegan for good, you have until January 12th, before January 12th, to take part in that $100 off price promotion. And I will see you guys in the next video.